All right, good afternoon and welcome to Millington, Tennessee at USA Stadium alongside Shaker Turner here today.
How are you?
Good, good. We'll be playing the Collinsville K-Hawks today. They're out of Illinois, out of Collinsville, Illinois. So I don't know really a lot about them. I know their record's 2-2, so they're just kind of getting their season started. I guess the teams up north have to wait a little while longer to get everything going.
Yeah, one of the coaches said that's why they come down here. They like playing teams that are on into their season and kind of gotten going and
Yeah,
helps them out.
that's understandable. They like I said, so I think they're supposed to play 3 games this weekend. We're stepping in as a team backed out. Four games?
Yep.
We're stepping in as a team backed out on them. So I called Coach McMahon and asked if they would play, and he agreed. So it's like JG's on the mound for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'll run through this lineup real quick because we got ball one there. But Cole Prosek at second, Trey Miller at short, Ethan Barnes at third, Preston Sowell's going to DH, and back even strike one. Quincy Pratt doing the catching, Shaw Coley in left, Jack Price in right, Leland Weldon hold down first base, Braden Burford in center. And like you said, JG Lane on the mound. He goes 1 and 2 early right here.
Yep. It's just challenging them right now with fastballs. They're swinging through and missing.
This hitter is their DH, Luke Robinson, leading off for the K-Hawks.
Yep, K-Hawks. So I had to Google it just to see how to pronounce it because it's spelled Kahhhoks. So I was butchering it on the way up here. But I Googled it, and so it's pronounced K-Hawks. It's a fictional Indian tribe. So that's strike 3, so 1 out there.
Nice pitch there by Lane.
Yeah, they said back in 1920 something, somebody gave them that nickname and it just stuck, and so they have a made-up mascot.
I like it. That's going to bring 42 Carter Harrington, the K-Hawks third baseman.
Yeah.
Not sure what to think about that win.
I don't
Starts
either.
off with a breaking ball. Weak ground ball third. Barnes throws it over to first for the put out.
Good job there by Barnes. Barnes had a great game at third last night, made a spectacular play in foul territory, reaching over the fence and grabbing it. And for the final out last night was a hot shot to third, and Barnes leapt up in the air and got it and ended the game. So this will bring up number 27.
Pratt having some trouble with his mask. Comes to the dugout, gets a replacement as Coach Dez. Not sure what Coach Dez did, but looks like he's going to fix the first one. I've come to I don't doubt anything Coach Dez does.
Yeah.
Right before he does anything, or right after he does something.
Well, he handed it off to somebody.
Something big. Looks like starts off with another breaking ball there for ball one.
Yep.
27, Carson Perrell,
Good enough.
right fielder from Collinsville.
Collinsville.
So 2 quick outs. This is one thing I want to get a little sharper at, but 2 quick outs. Good job by JG. And then we go 2-0 to the hitter.
Yeah.
A lot of times that third out's the hardest one to get. And you
That's
get 2
right.
quick ones, but here we go.
Yep. Trey stays down on it. The fire's over in time to Leland Weldon at first for the third out. So that'll do it for the K-Hawks in the top of the first. Chiefs come to bat as K-Hawks go 3 up, 3 down. Good pitching there by J.G. Lane. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. Cole Prosek coming to the plate for the Chiefs. Cole will be leading off again today as he did in Game 1 yesterday against Heritage Academy. Cole had a pretty good day at the plate yesterday.
Pitcher for the K-Hawks, Logan Odell.
First pitch in there for a strike. Watching him in pregame, he was a little all over the place, so let's see if he can. They may have just been doing that to throw everybody off. Cole pops that ball up and out of play.
So 0-2 early to Prosek.
Yeah, somebody, who was it last week that hit one out of here? Is it Cole?
Yes, the IMG game. I wasn't here for that one, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was right.
Yeah. How's that one back?
Speaking of Prosek, I'm sure if she's able, she's listening. So
Yeah.
say hello to Coach Brett
Yep, she's down watching Drew Meister down in Florida.
and her mom, maybe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole hit one of the longest home runs I'd ever seen last night at our park. Ball popped up. It's going to look like it's going to get out of play, Shaker.
Oh, yeah. It's over on your car.
I didn't even drive today. I rode the bus. Yeah, I saw Andy down there, so Andy didn't make the trip to Florida. I know it's got to be tough having two kids playing baseball in two different places. That call ball comes inside, almost gets Cole right there. Brings the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach McMahon down there making friends.
That's the same coach I talked to.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice guy. Yeah. He said, I came up to him, I said, K-Hawks, right? He goes, how'd you know? He's like, nobody can pronounce that right. I said, I Googled it.
I walked in behind the grandparents, and it's on the back of the shirt, and I just stared at it for a minute.
Yeah.
I think I came up with everything but K-Hawks.
Well, I was calling them Cahooks. And that's what I was going to go with today until I Googled it.
Back even 2-2.
Cole doing a good job of battling off here. It's going to be a good at bat right here at least. So Trey Miller on deck. Trey's been leading off pretty much all year. Him and Cole make the switch yesterday.
Center fielder shading him a little to the left.
Yeah, big gap in right center. Ball foul back again.
So sometimes, again, I've never seen Logan Odell, but from the pitches I've seen here, pretty solid arm. But sometimes, just doesn't have an out pitch like that.
Right.
That put away pitch, and Cole controls the barrel pretty well. It's going to be hard to strike out and keeps fighting them off. There we go.
Base hit to left center field. Cole makes a turn at first, comes back. So good job. Good piece hitting there by the Cole Meister. It's going to bring in number 11, Trey Miller for the Chiefs.
Again, I'm not very good at these predictions, but I expect Coach at some point, especially if this bat goes as not quite as long as Cole's, but a few pitches to do something. We're going to see a bunt for a hit or hit and run.
Right. Third baseman is expecting a bunt.
Mm-hmm. And that may take it off, but I've seen Trey be able to take one with him up the first base line, and, or even a hit and run right here maybe. I don't know. I expect to see something. If nothing else, just because the stuff they've been working on in practice,
Right. Checks run at first. Ball misses just outside. Looks like it was on the paint right there.
Odell does something you don't see very often. He checks this runner at first over his right shoulder.
I just noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
wonder if he spins when he throws all the way around.
I bet he probably still goes glove side, but he hides it a little longer.
Yeah. Nope.
There you go.
There
Answer
you
to your question.
That's right. Cole back in safe.
No, I take back everything I said. Going 2-0, I think we'll probably let Trey hit right here.
Yeah. Third baseman still playing in the grass a little bit. Not as much as he was. Trey fouls that ball out of play. 2-1 now. Coach Matt giving him a sign here. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Takes a long, hard look at Cole. Cole's gone. Spoils it foul.
No.
2-2. So you got a game today at practice?
Game.
Your son?
Yep. You can probably find it on ESPN3 at 8 o'clock tonight. The 11U special. Elite World Domination Classic.
Okay.
Snowden Grove. I mean, I don't know that it will. I just assume it'll be on ESPN3
Yeah.
where the athletes roam. 11U.
Right. I figured it'd be on the Ocho or something.
Goes full here. May see Cole move right here.
Yeah. Test that catcher's arm out. Ball's going to be chopped to first. Only play he's going to have is at first. So he does advance over, so it's just basically good as a bunt there.
Mama Prosek, if you're listening, that wasn't your son's greatest slide at second base right there.
It really wasn't. I thought he was going to do a front flip over it. So that brings up Ethan Barnes, number 13 for the Chiefs. Like I said yesterday, Ethan and Cole have been kind of going back and forth for the top spot as far as batting average goes for the Chiefs. Preston Sile right there with them. Who's on deck? Preston hit him a monster shot last night too.
He had 7 RBIs yesterday. Something like that, 5.
Yep. Ball almost hits Barnes.
Devin Walker is Collinsville catcher. You brought up throwing the one I got to see him do between it before the inning started. Like a pretty solid catch and throw guy.
Yeah. Checks Cole. Cole's gone. Strike called. So Barnes can pick up an easy RBI right here if he just gets one in play somewhere.
So there Cole kind of read his timing and his looks and took a little gamble. There you go. I say gamble. That's probably not a gamble. He, if I get the right timing on his jump, go in standing up and almost did. Another breaking ball in there for strike 2. 1-2 to Barnes. Here just looking, infield's back. Just looking to score 1 run right here.
Right. Just put it in play somewhere. Barnes digs back in, ready for the pitch. Pitch on the way. He's going to be outside, gets away from the catcher, and Cole's going to be safe. So first run comes across for the Chiefs. 1-0 lead. So that ball misses. The pitcher, I don't know if he never had it either. I don't think he did, but he took a tumble at at home plate. So 2-2.
One thing, go ahead.
That would go down as a wild pitch there, Shaker.
That would definitely be a wild pitch, just a bit outside, as the famous Harry Doyle would say. So one thing about Odell I was going to say is he's not the fastest working pitcher.
Yeah.
Kind of lull you to sleep if you let it. Defense also, though, that's the negative,
Right.
especially if you don't just fill up the zone with strikes.
Right. So ball 4. So Barnes will get on with a walk. That's going to bring up number 21, Preston Sowell, for the Chiefs. Like I said earlier, Preston had him a day yesterday. Hit that ball out in left field. The left fielder didn't even. All he did was turn his head and look. He knew it, as soon as it was off the bat, it was gone.
So 1 ball. Preston, no strikes. Again, kind of just a very slow, methodical pace from Odell.
Ball's going to be popped up about a mile high on the infield. First baseman struggling with it, finally makes the catch for the out. So 2 down now. That brings up Quincy Pratt. So Collinsville, the K-Hawks are now 3-2. They won. They beat South Gibson earlier today 9-6. And then they play Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy and Hernando on Saturday.
Make them a little trip down here.
Yeah, might as well play some baseball, huh?
That's going to be 2 outs. Pratt comes in. Barnes leads from first. A little off speed there for strike 1.
So I've got their stats pulled up from their game changer. They don't hide them like some teams do.
This is a borderline mini rain delay between
It
the
is.
pitches.
He takes a long time. He likes to slow the game down for sure. So Quincy swings and misses for that on that one.
Hitters got to be careful, not letting him hold you still for too long.
Yep. Barnes at first looks like he could. Quincy calls time this time.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I may take so some of it is the signaling in, but then getting it to the catcher from the coaches. He's looking for a pitch now.
Yeah.
So finally, then there's some time there, but for sure long holds by Odell.
Yep.
And part of it's probably trying to control a run game, but I don't know how much we've shown. We just burn up the base paths. Either way, Pratt's back even 2-2.
Barnes made him think over there.
Definitely was going. Again, tries to jump the count. The equivalent of defensive lineman jumping the snap count, trying to jump his pitch. And just missed it and just comes back, resets, get ready again.
Strike 3, drop third strike. He's going to throw down to first, and it was close. Kind of lobbed it down there. That'll do it for the Chiefs. Chiefs do push 1 run across as Cole Prosex scores on a wild pitch. And we'll be back in just a minute. Chiefs on top 1-0 as we head to the top of the second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, welcome back. Bovinet, first baseman.
Adam Bobinet.
I just heard somebody say Bobinet down there.
There we go.
Ball bounces in there for ball one. JG brings that in there for a strike on the outside corner. Ball's going to be laced in the right field for a base hit. So they get their leadoff guy on.
It's going to bring up the left fielder, Braden Henson. Nobody out, runner at first.
JG checks him at first. Ball's gonna miss inside there. He doesn't look like too much of a threat to steal at first. Could be wrong. Ball's gonna be hit to the shortstop. Double play ball. Cole turns there to Miller. Can't quite dig it out there. So one down now. Got the lead runner, though.
It's going to bring up second baseman Roman Pomerantz. Maybe we can get another ground ball and another crack at this double play here.
Yep. Did you stay up and watch basketball last night?
I did not. I didn't watch any yesterday. Big time soccer game, 11U soccer game last night on the Ocho. And then our little team's doing a fantasy baseball league.
Yeah.
They're excited about. So we had our draft. A little cap shot single, CNI single there. It'll be first and second with one out. Brings up shortstop Grant Darden.
Yep. So that's a 7-hole hitter. Darden.
I feel pretty confident with my draft. I mean, I think I can make a run in the league.
Yeah?
Yeah, feeling pretty good about it.
Well, that's good. Ball almost gets away from Quincy. Quincy does a good job of blocking it up.
I'm pretty sure the 11-year-olds probably watch more baseball than I do nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Did you get the number? You get the number one pick?
No, I was the last.
Last.
But it's snakes, so I did get, first pick, second round.
Right.
But, yeah, I was the last pick.
Mr. Irrelevant for the first round. The ball's going to get by Quincy as he spikes it in the dirt. So the runners move up 90 feet, so they'll be at second and third now, one out. So you're doing some conditioning with your softball girls. Were they out there the other day running?
We that might have
Or was
been
that
soccer.
soccer?
That was soccer on the
Okay.
softball field. Yeah.
Yeah, soccer's everywhere.
We'll come back and checks the runner. Gonna hold him there. Maybe like to see him turn that ball loose a little bit more,
Yeah.
but it works.
He shot it like a three-pointer right there. John Griffin was a basketball player also.
Either way, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Going to bring up the catcher, Devin Walker, for the K-Hawks.
So 2 down now. John Griffin seeing if he can work out this jam a little bit. Ball in there for a strike. So when do you get to officially, as soon as school's out, you can start softball, can't you?
Yes. Yes. And we'll, I've gotten, cheerleading, soccer, basketball. I've gotten their schedules for the summer. So I'll make mine and this week, and we'll get after it. We'll get a A little chopper to third. Barnes on the run, throws it over, and that's going to be a put out to get out of a jam with no runs.
Yep, nice play there by Barnes, charging it, getting it clean out of his glove and getting it over to Leland in time for the out. So that'll do it for the K-Hawks in the top of the second. Chiefs still on top, 1-0. We'll be back. All right, welcome back.
Chiefs able to score one in the top of the or bottom of the first. Shaw Coley leads off the second. It'll be Coley, Jack Price, and Leland and Weldon.
Time call. Guess the batters are starting to kind of get annoyed by the long hold. Because if he was in college, he wouldn't make that pitch clock.
Again, not the best angle from up here for up and down pitches. That's a pretty tough pitch to hit right there.
Yeah, he called it a strike, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's one each team has gotten one I've seen, and the catcher didn't catch it.
Swing and miss, strike two.
Either way, there you go. Quick 0-2.
He seems to be working a little bit quicker now. Ball misses a little bit out.
Oh, yeah, that's on the white. They probably set up a little off and then pretty close.
Were you excited about opening day yesterday for Major League Baseball?
Man,
Yep.
it should be a national holiday.
Yep. Foul ball, got the catcher. My Red Sox won. I'm a big Red Sox fan. Saw the Brewers lost to the Yankees. I think Cooper's supposed to get started in Double-A or High A. I'm not real sure. Yet I think that'll all be mapped out in a couple weeks. But I got a feeling, just the way he finished up last year, that he should be in. And if it was my decision, he'd be in Biloxi.
Oh, that would be great for me for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going down this summer to – my cousin's got a house in Orange Beach, and I'm hoping if Cooper's there, then we can stop by. Next pitch on the way is going to be called strike 3. That ball was up around his chin, looked like. So Jack Price coming to the plate now. 1 down. Ball hits the catcher's mitt and gets away from him again. So with you being here last week, what does that mean? So 2-0 to Jack Price here. Jack calls time and steps out. So do you coach your son's team?
I do.
Ball's going to be hit. Yeah, that's right, because you were talking about the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Crosby's been playing. They start theirs April the 4th. They have a little preseason tournament. Hard hit ball to the third baseman. He stays down on it, fires over in time. Third baseman's got a pretty good arm. For the second out.
It's going to bring up first baseman Leland Weldon.
Yep, Weldon comes to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Ball misses high there. 1-0.
So here, 2 down, nobody on. Probably looking for a pitch up right here. We can drive in the gap somewhere. Trying to get to second base. Chance to scratch out a run.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. You know, with them playing 4 games, I don't know how big their pitching staff is. Imagine they have to save a lot. Try to get their starters to go a long way. Especially when you play 4 games in 2 days, 2-3 days. Well, we know how that is. We did the same thing in Texas.
Yeah, you got to have a pretty deep stable to be successful in those long stretches.
Mm-hmm. Burford on deck for the Chiefs if Leland's able to get on. Ball misses out. 2-2. So what's the schedule like for Snowden this weekend for you?
Tonight at 8, tomorrow at 5, and then depending on how we do Sunday times.
So is it pool play?
Yeah. And then we have soccer in Oxford going on at the same time.
Yeah.
That's pretty loud.
That was loud. Leland hits that ball. Took it forever to come down, too.
I think soccer's tomorrow at like 9:30 and 5. He'll miss game 2 tomorrow, baseball.
Multi-sport athlete.
Multi-sport, for sure. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Gets behind Leland.
he's not the only one, but there's definitely fewer. He's the goalie, and
Yeah.
that's what he does. You know, a lot of teams that still in these younger ages just rotate a kid through there. You know, but he's the goalie. That's why it's tough for him to miss soccer for a baseball game.
Yeah.
Like we have another first baseman. They don't really have another goalie. So,
Yeah.
not that I'm a fan of missing baseball, but I'm a team guy, Win.
That's
I'm
right.
a team guy.
Kind of hard to play soccer without a goalie.
It makes it tougher for sure.
Be a little lopsided. Burford takes strike one.
Uh-oh. Something Coach McMahon did not like about that pitch.
Coach McMahon was not getting on to Burford.
No, I think he was telling Burford he's something displeasure with the umpire, maybe.
Yeah. He said that was a really, really, really good at bat right. I mean, take right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Little old school move for you there.
Mm-hmm. So 1-1 now to Burford. Not real sure why Leland didn't take off right there. He may not have seen how far he got away from the catcher.
So that, yeah, for sure. You want to get to second base with 2 outs, like we talked about.
But you don't want to be thrown out for the third out. That's going to second either. Burford fouls that one back.
It's one of those you kind of have to hunt that down. And you have to expect it every pitch.
Yeah.
And not knocking him out. I get it. I'm the same way or was. And Leland's not the fastest guy we have.
It's a nice day for baseball, though. Wind's blowing out just a little bit, or kind of across. Burford hits the ball hard to center field for a base hit. Leland's going to be held up at second, so Burford gets a base hit. So that'll turn the order over. Top of the lineup coming up for the Chiefs. Cole Prosek coming to the plate.
Again, just kind of learn a point for any little kids watching, and he might not have made it, but if we're expecting and we could find a way to get to second on that ball in the dirt a while ago, that scores a run.
Right.
That's why all those little things kind of add up and matter.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, Cole Prosek up with 2 outs.
Ball one there to Cole.
Coach Prosek, not the biggest soccer fan out there.
Apparently not.
I get it. I mean, he'll be on Team USA one day, That's the plan. Just kidding.
You never know, Shay.
Oh, no. Hey, I'm all for it. What's funny, Tim Howard is who used to be the goalie for Team USA.
Right.
I don't know if he still does, but was in Collierville for a while. Anyway, he's probably wondering, who's this fat guy that keeps tagging me and everything? every time I post anything about soccer, I tag Tim Howard in it.
Didn't he coach that 901 team for a while?
Yeah.
And I think they dismantled, didn't they?
I think maybe so, yeah.
I know opening day was yesterday.
They may still be around. The Memphis Americans in South Haven dismantled.
Okay.
I don't know about 901.
AAA starts today. We always go to the Redbirds games. That's a fun environment up there.
Yep. Man, I tell you what. Let's see. I am getting old. It's 20 years ago. They used to break the attendance record every year.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was a blast. I loved it working there. But either way, you got 3-0 to Prosek.
Ball foul back. I think it's 2-2 actually. I think they've got it wrong up there because they did call that strike that was real low a while ago again.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just about to say I like the 3-0 green light from McMahon right there.
Yeah, it's
There you
2-2. Yeah. And I like when they go old school. Memphis Chicks. My granddad played for the Memphis Chicks. So
Did he play with Bo Jackson?
No, he's a little bit older than Bo. He'd be about 100, and if he was still living, he'd be 106 right now.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he was born in 1919. He said back then, after games, they would have to hitchhike to their next game. He was back in the 40s, 30s and 40s.
No buses for AA, huh?
No. Well, they really wasn't back then. The Chicks weren't affiliated with anybody, so it was just semi-pro baseball. And then he got drafted into the Army. Well, he volunteered when World War II started, and then played baseball for Army. Ball misses inside.
I think pretty much everything I do is semi-pro.
Yeah.
So right here, 3-2, going to be moving on the pitch. Burford at first, something in the gap, scores a run for sure, or scores 2 runs for sure. Be careful, no inside moves here at second.
Well, you know, what kind of started off as a promising inning for this pitcher for the K-Hawks is kind of backfired on him. Cole takes a walk. Runners will be loaded. Bases will be loaded for Trey Miller. And here comes our coach, Shaker. Looks like he may. That's my wife. So let's see. You think they're making a change?
No, I think he's just coming 2 outs. Hey, let's calm down, get out of this inning. You know, got a ground ball out of Trey last time.
Yeah, you're just one pitch out, just one pitch away from getting out of it.
And a little bit like you said earlier, I don't know how deep they are, so I'm sure they need him to eat up some innings.
Yeah, I know he's eating up some pitches right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's
close to 50.
45, 50. What'd you say, 20? How many last inning?
He threw 27 in the first. He's at 56, actually.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say he's definitely at 50.
Give a shout-out to my wife who's in Orlando, Florida, having a good time. Well, I stay at home and take care of the cats. Well, I really haven't been at home all week. I've been baseballing every night.
I mean, cats kind of take care of themselves.
They do. They're the easiest animals in the world.
It's going to be ball 1. Find an extra base hit right here. Score a few.
Mm-hmm. He's got a chance to blow it open right here if he gets a base hit.
And all this with 2 outs.
Yep. 2-0 now. Yeah, I originally thought Edge was going to pitch today, but he threw 14 pitches last night to close it. Ball in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Edge had his breaking ball working good last night. It was sharp.
This is by far the slowest working pitcher I've seen this year.
Yeah.
In a while.
You know, I told you I thought we may be through by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, so when you had to leave. I don't blame him. And we may get to the 4th inning by 6.
I don't think I doubt it.
Trey digs back in. 2-1 count on Trey. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Chiefs on top 1-0 right now. Next pitch on the way, misses out. 3-1.
I think it was probably a ball, but umpire gave up on that one a little bit early.
It was close. Hard hit ball is going to be foul down the first baseline. Coach Melendez shows his moves off. So full count now. This is about the 8th full count of the game.
Runners on the move.
Yep. You know, as a pitcher, you see that movement in your eye too. It kind of throws your concentration off sometimes. It should be there. They're all going. Trey rips the ball down the right field line. Oh, just ekes foul. That wind's pushing it over that way too. Good piece of hitting there by Trey though. That ball just got fouled, maybe about 8 feet. Ball misses, ball 4. So an RBI there for Trey. Chiefs now on top 2-0. That's going to bring up Ethan Barnes for the Chiefs.
Seems like a lot of offense for 2 runs.
Yeah.
Either way. Ethan Barnes, who also drew a walk in his first at bat.
Yep.
Looking for a double here.
So Barnes digs in, waits for the pitch from Odell. Odell comes set, pitch on its way. He's going to be outside. He's working. My catcher is getting a workout back there, Shaker.
Yeah, Devin Walker's. They have to have a conversation with this pitcher.
You caught in college and high school, didn't you?
I did.
Did you ever have a guy that, and you don't have to say his name, but that just wore you out?
I was pretty blessed. We had pretty good arms and didn't have too much. One, and I would say this didn't hide him. Greg Messer in high school and college, he threw big arm, threw it pretty hard. He was an outfielder hitter that pitched.
Yeah,
he's had a good arm, and but he threw a split finger, and there weren't very many of those. So he probably pitched around 87, 88.
Yeah,
that 82, 83 mile an hour split finger, that 59-foot split finger he should throw. He's never made it to the plate.
Just drop right in front of you.
Yeah, but you could not throw it because you got a lot of swings and misses with it.
Yeah,
that was probably the most just beat you up kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. Barnes fouls that ball out of play. 2-2. Yeah, I was watching. Like I said, I'm a big Red Sox fan, and back when Tim Wakefield pitched for the Red Sox, of course, he threw the knuckleball, and Doug Minkiewicz was about the only. Jason Varitek would not catch when Tim Wakefield.
So Marabelli, Doug
Marabelli, yeah.
And they traded him.
Yeah.
And I want to say after Wakefield's first start without him, they went and got him. They called the Padres what we got to do to get him back.
Yeah, they came back, and he was about to, and that's really the only time he played was when Wake pitched.
Yep.
And because Wake, it was nasty.
So 1-2 pitch to Barnes. Going to be a 2-2 pitch to Barnes.
And you don't see many high school kids or college kids throwing the knuckleball.
Now Justin Parker from Horn Lake went to Tennessee. And I think had a little stint, a little cup of coffee, in Braves minor league system. He threw one. Wasn't his primary, but he had one, and it definitely wasn't bad. The Dipsy Doodle, that's what he called it.
Yeah. So Barnes draws a walk for the second time today, and that will score another run. Yeah, scoreboard's wrong again.
I missed one there. I thought it was, too. I need to start looking at yours.
So Preston Sowell now coming to the plate for the Chiefs.
Hit the high fly ball to the first baseman, his first at bat.
They do have somebody warming up down there in their bullpen now. Ball misses out.
Is that number 50? I think so. He's been pretty diligent.
Yeah, 50.
He was working the iPad here behind the plate for a while. I just had to, hey, hurry up, Bob. You got to get loose. Cal Swartz is in the bullpen getting loose. for the K-Hawks. One and 0, bases loaded. Preston Sowell with 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Chiefs lead at 3-0.
Big cut there. Just missed it 1-1. Yeah, he's at 71 now, Shaker, in 2 innings.
Yeah.
39 of them have been strikes.
It's probably not his best outing.
Not hit him. So another run comes in for the Chiefs, 4-0.
I'm just about to say, but if he can find a way to get this out, it definitely could have been worse. But
Yeah. Now Quincy Pratt comes to the plate.
struck out chasing the breaking ball in the dirt. His first at bat. I'm sure he'd like another chance at him before he gets out of there.
That seemed like an hour and a half ago. We've crossed over the hour mark on this game. So Quincy digs in, bases loaded, 2 outs. Ball in there for a strike. And everybody that's on base right now is on base due to the walk.
Yeah. Does start with strike 1 to Quincy.
And
That's going to score a few.
makes the catch.
Sliding catch.
Yep. Hung up just long enough for the left fielder to get it. I know Odell's probably relieved. But that's finally over with.
I'm going to bet the left fielder's relieved.
Yeah.
Everybody out there.
So that'll do it for the Chiefs, but they do push 3 runs across in the bottom of the second to take a 4-0 lead as we head to the top of the third. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. Chiefs on top, 4-0. We're in the top of the third inning. J.G. Lane back on the mound for the Chiefs.
Center fielder Matt Reynolds to the plate. Lead off top of the third, as you said.
It's 9-hole guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 9, 1, and 2 coming up. Umpire taking some notes.
Coach Kane, I think they're making some changes.
Yeah. Did you ever umpire baseball?
I did. When Snowden was first built, I probably did it for, I don't know. Let's see, 6 or 7 years probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have to have thicker skin in, basketball or baseball?
Basketball, for sure.
Yeah.
Baseball's still a little bit smaller and closer,
Yeah.
and so people kind of controls them a little, or that kind of controls it a little. Not all the way by any means, but basketball, it seems, parents sit up in the top and in the stands, not on the floor, really looking at, eye to eye with you.
Right.
And I think it makes them a little bit braver.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had to referee Pee Wee basketball before, and I've thrown people out. I don't have very thick skin. If somebody says something to me, I go right back at them.
I
think that just may be the Rosedale in me. The ball's going to be chopped down first baseline, but finds the foul territory. 1-2.
My first year of doing basketball, it was a JV game, and
ball misses.
Missed ball 2 there. He a mom, and it was quiet. Matter of fact, I think it was it at Mag? I can't remember. No, it was not. I remember where it was.
3-2.
I'm not sure I should say that. Anyway, it's not. It was a quarter break or timeout or something. And I was standing there in the middle of the floor. JG gets a strikeout, and her mom yells when nobody else is talking. She yells, "You should stick with baseball." And I laughed. Like, it made me kind of laugh.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know if that broke the ice with her or what, me laughing, but it slowed down.
Yeah. Yeah, people sometimes when they yell, they're trying to yell, and then everybody gets quiet. It's the most inopportune time to yell. And that ball misses out.
Well, it was, Blue.
And, they'll yell, and all of a sudden the whole gym's quiet, and they're like, oh, I didn't mean for that to be so loud.
Yeah.
Foul ball. That was about like Trey's was.
That was pretty close right there. That was about 14 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd probably been sitting on third, too.
Leadoff hitter Luke Robinson.
Yeah, Luke, I looked at their stats earlier. He's batting about 500 on the year. Of course, they've only played 7 games. But still, batting 500 in 7 games, not bad.
Not at all. Strikeout victim his first at bat. I'm sure he's looking to get back on track as he does right there with a single to right.
They're going to try to get him a little bit closer than he probably anticipated.
He was winding out to make a turn.
Yeah, and then he kind of corrected himself, didn't he? So, with 1 out, K-Hawks get a base hit and a runner. That's going to bring up number 42.
Carter Harrington, third baseman. Grounded out to third in his first at bat.
JG comes. Not sure where that one missed either. Got a pretty nice view from up here today.
Yeah, it's a nice park.
How long ago did they put turf down on all these?
Johnny Ray told us the other day when we were here. Has it been 5 years? I don't know if it's been.
So is every field out here completely turf?
No, there's a few that are just the infield.
Okay. So who uses this park other than Perfect Game?
Runner at first goes. Ooh.
Do any like the Memphis College? Any colleges in Memphis?
Southwest Tennessee Community College did.
Well, they were here. They were here before we got here.
Okay, I was gonna say I think they still do, but don't hold me to that.
Yeah, they had just finished up playing when we got here.
Okay. Yep.
Because I saw Southwest and I was like, that's.
And then they hold a bunch of perfect game events and then these high school events. It used to host the Division II JUCO World Series.
Yeah.
That ball's hit a long way and high. Foul.
He turned on that one, didn't
he? Yes. But they don't do that anymore. I don't know where it went. I'm not sure. Maybe Oklahoma? No. Yeah. Is it Oklahoma?
I don't know. Is this where Delta State won it in
Enid?
2001?
No. The Division II JUCO.
Oh, JUCO.
Yeah. Sorry. That's going to bother me. Luke Robinson is turned loose out there.
Yeah. He's trying to get their first run of the game. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, now 1 out. John Griffin getting the signs from Quincy. Checks the runner at second. I mean, nobody's even close to holding him on. Ball's going to be hit to third. Gets under Barnes' glove. And they're going to hold him up at third. So runners on the corners now with 1 out.
So a little excitement by the K-Hawks here.
Yeah.
First and third, like you said, 1 out. And I was correct. The Division II JUCO World Series for baseball is held in Enid, Oklahoma.
Yeah. I have no idea where Enid is. I know where Enid Lake is in Mississippi.
I'm pretty sure it's hot in Oklahoma that time of year. Either way, Carson Perrell's coming up. Ground ball to short in his first at bat. We could use one here.
The ball misses low. Yeah. First baseman on deck. He had a base hit last time, so try to get something here. Try to get him ground into a double play ball. Next pitch on the way is foul back. 1-2. I wonder if that fire tower, I wonder if people still go up it. You know, they've condemned a lot of them because of just the pure safety.
I can tell you who won't be going up it.
Oh, yeah. There's 2 of us.
Unless there's, some really good reason.
Yeah, you weren't a big fan of going up that 10-foot.
Oh, no, that wasn't too bad. I just I could see some people not liking that when it started moving.
Yeah. Good pitch there. Strike 3. Ooh,
got him.
Got him. Ooh. Oh.
So the pump fake second got him to bite.
So 2 down, though. Almost was 3 down because he said he slid under the tag. Barnes held it up like he got him.
Either way, runners at second and third with 2 outs. Adam Bavanet will hit, like you said, single in his first at bat.
Got the John Crook haircut.
I was noticing from up here, he looks like, if you've seen him, That's Money Dude, Cajun cooker guy with the blonde hair.
Uh-huh.
That's Adam Bavanet. Might be his uncle.
Could be. He called it a strike. Quincy checked with the umpire in the field, and he called it a strike. Uh-oh.
Don't hesitate. Quincy had him.
Yeah, he's getting a little too far off that bag at third.
Left-handed hitter, nobody screening Quincy. I think we had him right there.
Little foul backing out of play. Man got in a car over there in the parking lot.
I'm a little impressed with Bavanet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can cook, but he can hit a little bit.
Yeah, he's got quick hands. He's kind of got that open stance, too. Oh. How'd that ball get through?
I don't think that screen goes all the way up.
Oh, I see the gap right there now. That ball had a tiny space to fit through and found it. It looks like that's chicken wire.
I think it is.
Ooh. Full count.
I'm not real sure this umpire knows exactly what's going on. Either way, ball 4. I'm going to bring up Braden Henson.
So bases loaded now. Chiefs do have a little activity in the bullpen down there.
Henson, the 4-6 fielder's choice. Is that Lane?
Yeah, Lane Carpenter.
There we go.
The lefty Lane Carpenter. Affectionately known at school as Mayo. And lettuce on the mound. Ball almost hit him. I'd have to wear that one right there. You get hit on the belt buckle and get an RBI. Coach Mack now looks like he's walking towards the bullpen. Ball softly hit up. Trey's just going to take it himself to the bag at second for the third out. So John Griffin escapes that jam there. Still scoreless for the K-Hawks in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Chiefs on top, 4-0. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. K-Hawks have a new pitcher, Kyle Schwartz, on the mound, as Odell's day is done after 2 innings. Ball comes inside. Almost hit Shaw for ball 1. Got beauty review tomorrow night on the hill. I'll have to go and run the music. Ball in there for a strike.
Yeah, I think I'm like the third one out. I'm just kidding.
You number 3.
Yeah.
Any of your softball girls doing it?
I know Anna Lauren. I'm sure we have a few, but that's the only one that I know of.
2-2 now. Always a big turnout for that. Shaw turns on that. Hits a fair ball down the third baseline. Boy, that ball just stayed on the line. Shaw's going to run, get the second, standing up. So lead-off double by Shaw Coley. Good piece of hitting there. Jack Price coming to the plate now for the Chiefs.
Jack the ground out to third in his first at bat. 4-0 lead here. See what Coach McMahon decides to do. Gonna bunt him over and play for one, or let him hit.
He bunts it back and foul off the chicken wire. I think that's the first baseball field I've ever seen with chicken wire as a backstop.
I'm pretty sure that's what the top half is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
top,
it looks like it.
70% of it.
Yeah, because you can see the dents in it down there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they had when I used to come watch as a kid. Team USA.
May still be the same chicken wire. Pulls it back.
I kind of hope that it is, because if not, that means they
bought more chicken
twice.
wire.
Yeah.
We're going to need another 500 yards of that chicken wire.
Kind of like it, though. It's
Yeah.
a little character.
Gets that one
That's good.
down.
Oh, way to go.
Just roll foul. Yeah, if that ball would have stopped, there was no way they were getting Jack. So 1-2 now on Jack. So Chiefs play again Tuesday at home against Starkville Academy, JV and varsity, and then travel to Starkville on Thursday. Another conference matchup. I think we were supposed to play tomorrow, but that one's been called off because of all the weather. 2-2. This kid here, Schwartz, doesn't really have a lot of velocity.
It's a little funky.
Yeah.
Delivery.
Jack just goes with it and fouls it off. Lane continues to throw around down there. Looks like, is that JG down there with him? Jack calls time. Yeah, Shaker, we're an hour and 22 minutes into this one, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. Price fouls that one back. Two and two. So that last tournament was a little bit bigger than this one, wasn't it?
You know, to be honest with you, I don't know. They said there's some teams from way off here. I think it was bigger, but
So is this another perfect game tournament, or is this just like a?
I think they just use. I think since they're set up for perfect game, kind of back office wise, I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I've never asked, but I'm gonna guess that's why they do it. What makes it a perfect game tournament?
Yeah. Yeah, Coach McMahon I was asking him on the way up here. He said this is not like a pool play tournament. This is just play. You know, just kind of like what we did out in Texas.
Yeah.
So Jack is going to be at first on the hit by pitch.
K-Hawk faithful
So he leaned into it.
He leaned in.
I thought he was trying to turn to get out of the way, maybe, and his elbow got in the way.
Well, either way, it's going to be Leland and Weldon hitting with runners at first and second. Nobody out.
So, like you said, runners at first and second, still nobody out. Leland Weldon coming to the plate for the Chiefs. Chiefs with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Leland looks to square. Had him leaning at second, but nobody was there. Foul ball. So is this out? This outfield's turf, isn't it?
Yes, this whole field's turf.
I wonder what that discoloration is out there in center. I think that's where some grass may be poking through.
It does look like that.
Nothing like coming to cut your turf field. Good bunt there. Only plays guys at first and can't get there. That's going to score a run. So I want to say that was on the pitcher there, right?
Yeah, on the throw.
So Chiefs take a 5-0 lead.
Braden Burford coming up, singling his first at bat. So now first and third, nobody out.
And then it turns over back to the top. See what Leland does here. I saw Coach McMahon telling ball seemed a little high. So do you change your indicator up every year or every other game, or?
Sadly, I've had the same signs for about 10 years now.
Okay.
They're not very in depth.
You just go like this. Go.
Sometimes I look at a runner and just point like, here we go, or hold up both like a bunt. Bunt. No, I mean I do that some if I can sneak one in, but yeah, mine are pretty simple.
You know, with this, it used to be kind of a thing for some guys in the dugout to try to pick up the other coach's signs and everything.
Yep.
And now with all this electronic stuff, that's pretty much kind of gone out the window.
Yep. You know, in the softball world, some too, or a lot too. I don't know why I said also because it's more of that. But anyway, there's a lot of play call sheets, the 3 or 4 numbers, and
right.
Those are hard, almost impossible to pick up.
Right. So when you do that, like if you call like 3-1-2, you just tell them the certain number to look at.
Yeah, so there's basically a grid across the top and down, and you just match where those numbers hit, and whatever that square is tells you what to do.
So you basically have an Excel spreadsheet, huh?
Pretty much. A little slow roller. The second's going to score a run and beat out to avoid the double play.
So he will pick up an RBI on that. 6-0 Chiefs lead now.
And roll the top of the order over to Cole Prosek, single and a walk. one out, runner at first. But I still use, at Magnolia softball, I still use hand and arm signals.
Yeah. Cole pops that ball to left field. Long way to go for the
fair.
left fielder. That
Yeah.
ball's fair, and it's going to bounce to the wall. And Burford, I don't know what Burford was looking at right there. But him and Cole almost were on the bag at the same time at first.
I'm wondering if he, and I kind of watched the ball because it was going to be close to the line, but when I looked up, I almost think Burford was thinking about going back and tagging.
Yeah.
In his defense, the ball held up a pretty long time.
It did.
He probably assumed he would get there. Left fielder was over in the gap.
Trey squares the bunt. Called strike. Coach McMahon's rubbing his forehead. He was asking if he was caught it on the ball or where the bat was.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, anyway, strike on Trey Miller, so Trey's down 0-1 here.
Still think bunt to the third base side's a hit. I don't think that guy can throw him out.
Pulls it back this time, 1-1.
Yeah, I think Coach McMahon and one of Collinsville coaches have become a little bit acquainted just based off them.
Yeah. Pulls it back again. Called a ball outside, 2-1. The Illinois faithful are getting a little rowdy. Well, not rowdy, but want to know where
Disagreed.
that missed. Yeah. He did go. He did offer at that one for sure. 2-2. So 2-2 count here to Miller. Ethan Barnes on deck. Miller hits the ball hard, deep to left field. Left fielder makes the catch for the out. He hit that ball pretty good. Just hung up a little bit, so 2 down now. So Barnes coming to the plate. Barnes has his little ritual he always does with his feet. And see if he can add to his RBI column right here with a base hit.
So it's 2 pitchers in a row. I don't know if it's part of
their game strategy. Like maybe all of them
so slow.
Yeah. Strike call. Good pitch to run on. So runners advance 90 feet, second and third now. Ball misses 1-1.
Could be wrong, but I think Burford Cole just picked up on his timing, looks he's given, jumps the leg kick, and even if the ball was a strike, I think it's standing up.
Yeah. Barnes is going to hit That one to right field. It's going to score 2. So 8-0 lead now for the Chiefs in the bottom of the 4th. So good piece of hitting there by Barnes. Drives in 2 more. Preston Sowell coming to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Fly ball to first and hit by a pitch.
So where does Team USA work out now?
Cary, North Carolina.
Okay. So big cut there, just fouls it off. Yeah, Cary has a big high school tournament, like an invitee tournament only, or you got to really know somebody to get in, like the best of the best. I think IMG was going there after they played in that tournament in Florida.
Cary, that's a really good one.
He hits that ball a long way now. The center fielder comes back in, makes the catch for the 3rd out, so that'll do it for the Chiefs in the bottom of the 4th, but they push 4 more runs across. Now lead 8-0 as we head to the top of the 5th, so we'll be back. All right, welcome back. John Griffin's day is over with. He leaves with an 8-0 lead. Lane Carpenter now the pitcher for the Chiefs. Shaker had to exit to go to his son's game. So first pitch a little bit high there from Carpenter. Ball 1. We're in the top of the 5th. Chiefs on top, 8-0. Ball's going to be fouled back and out of play for strike 1. So this is Pomerantz. Pomerantz is 1 for 1 today. The second baseman. Carpenter deals, pitch on the way in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pomerantz now. Next pitch from Carpenter, a little bit low there for ball 2. He evens the count up. just missed, full count. So JG's line was 3 innings pitched. He gave up 4 hits, 0 earned, walked 1, and struck out 3. Ball's going to be fouled out of play. Count remains full. Carpenter comes set, pitch on his way, foul back and out of play. Next pitch, ball 4. So Pomerantz gets on first with a walk. That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 29. I want to say his name is Darden. Ball in there for a strike. So lane ahead of him here, 0-1. Next pitch from Carpenter is going to be inside. Evens it up, 1-1. One pitch on the way. He's going to be hit to right field. That ball's dropping quick, and it's going to get down for a base hit from the 8-hole hitter. I'm sorry, 7-hole hitter. It's going to bring up Walker, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 today. So runners at first and second now, nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Hayden Smith now in the Chiefs bullpen, getting loose. Chiefs played a lot of baseball this week. Ball misses out. Quincy does a good job of trying to frame it, but it does miss out, 1-0. K-Hawks also have a guy warming up in their bullpen. Ball's going to be popped up. Leland's got an eye on it. Oh. Cole was trying to call him off. Leland didn't hear, but Leland makes the catch for the out. So 1 down. It's going to bring up number 15, Reynolds, center fielder. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. This is the 9-hole hitter here, so with 1 out, we'll get back to the top of the lineup. Unless it's the double play ball. Ball in there for a strike. Lane checks a runner at second. Checks runner at second, comes set, pitch on its way. Ball misses high, 1-1. Next pitch from Lane, swing and a miss. Quincy throws it. Ooh. Quincy threw it back down to second, almost got him. Pomerantz had a big lead at second. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Carpenter's pitch in the dirt. Quincy's going to have a chance to get him again. This time he does get him. Pomerantz just danced off the bag a little too far, so 2 down now. So 2-2. Good job there by Quincy of throwing that one down. Ball is going to be chopped to third. Barnes rushes it, comes, gets it, throws over to Leland in time for the out. So that'll do it for the K-Hawks in the top of the 5th as they leave one stranded. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Chiefs on top 8-0. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. Quincy Pratt coming to the plate for the Chiefs. Looks like they've made a change at catcher. So defensive substitution for the K-Hawks. As they're getting all that worked out. And he's going to come over and tell our guys what the change was. Not to slow this game down anymore, but they are. It's not the K-Hawks' fault. I'm just saying the umpire slowing it down a little bit. All right, now we're ready. Quincy Pratt digs in. Ready for that first pitch. Ball misses inside. 1-0. Foul ball. One and one. Quincy hits a ball hard but foul, barely. Ball's going to be hit hard to the left fielder. Left fielder gets underneath it and makes the catch for the out. So 1 down now for the Chiefs here in the bottom of the 5th. So 1 down. Shaw Coley to the plate for the Chiefs. Coley fouls that ball off to the left side. Chiefs on top 8-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Jack Price on deck for the Chiefs. 0-2 count here on Coley. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 2 quick outs here for the Chiefs. So that brings up Jack Price. First pitch, Jack sees, laces it in left field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there. Jack goes with the first pitch he sees and drives it to left. Leland Weldon now coming to the plate with 2 outs, 1 on. Leland digs in, ready for the first pitch. First pitch on the way from Schwartz. Leland hits a ball. That could be trouble. And it gets down. 27 can't find it. Leland's going to get all the way to third. Leland's already in there. 27 couldn't find it. The ball bounced behind him. So 1 run will score. Leland will get to third. That's going to bring up Braden Burford for the Chiefs here in the bottom of the 5th. The 9-0 lead. And I don't know if the 10-run rule is in effect today or not, but Burford could end it right here. I know I probably just jinxed him, but I got all kind of wood to knock on. So we shall see. Burford's already had 1 big hit today. Burford hits the ball to right field. Second baseman goes out shallow in the outfield, makes a catch for the final out. And that'll do it for the Chiefs in the bottom of the 5th. I did jinx it. Sorry about that, Burford. So we head to the top of the 6th. Chiefs lead 9-0. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. K-Hawks come to the plate. I want to give a shout out to Renee and Jeremy King. I think Renee said they were going to go watch the game on the back porch today. Ball's going to be hit hard to the left side, but way foul. And everybody else listening back at home, we appreciate y'all watching and listening. Ball's going to be hit down the first base line, foul. 0-2. This is top of the order for them. Robinson. Robinson's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. Ball misses low. Brings the count 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Chiefs have 8 hits on the day. Collinsville has 5 hits. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Robinson. Good pitch there by Lane. So 1 down now. That's going to bring up Harrington. Harrington's 1 for 2 also today. I think this is Harrington. May have made a change. They got 55. Yeah, it's 55. It's a new batter. See if I can figure out his name real fast. I think I just heard somebody call him Will. The ball misses 2-1 now. A Will Swip. Pitch misses out. 3-1. Next pitch misses out. So ball 4. So Swip will get down to first on the walk. That'll bring up number 18 for the K-Hawks. He is Hartman. He is changing it up a little bit. Hartman's be his first AB today. And he hits the ball to left field, but it's going to be foul. So Lane gets ahead of him, 0-1. Ball misses low, 1-1. Ball is going to be a chopper. Barnes comes up and makes tags. Barnes playing first base now. Quincy is at third, so defensive change there. So 2 down now. It's like Griff Hill doing the catching duties now. Ball misses in. Lane checks the runner at second, comes set, pitch on his way is going to be low, 2-0. Ball hit hard down the third baseline. Quincy makes a great play at third for the third out as he throws it over to Barnes in time. So we head to the bottom of the sixth. Chiefs on top. 9-0. We'll be back. Welcome back. Carter Drumheller now the batter for the Chiefs. As Carter steps in, ready for the first pitch. First pitch to Carter on the way. Ball misses out. 1-0. Carter pops that ball up. Second baseman calling everybody off. Makes the catch for the first out. Hayden Jones now coming to the plate for the Chiefs. Hayden will be batting for Trey Miller. Ball in there for a strike. Next pitch on the way is going to be outside, 1-1. Hayden takes a strike there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Next pitch on the way, Hayden hits a chopper but foul. Down the third baseline, count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on the way. Hayden pops it up on the infield. Shortstop calls everybody off, makes the catch for the second out. Now batting for the Chiefs will be Dane Treadway. Dane will be hitting for Barnes. Colton Robbins on deck for the Chiefs if Dane's able to get on. Ball in there for a strike. Next pitch on the way. Ball stays high, 1-1. One ball, one strike to Treadway. Pitch on the way, in there for a strike. Breaking ball sneaks in there. 1-2. Ball misses low. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dane. Next pitch low. Full count now. Foul tip. Gets a piece of the catcher there. Umpire gives him a little bit of time. Treadway digs back in, full count pitch. On the way. Strike 3 called. And that'll do it for the Chiefs in the bottom of the 6th. They look to close it out here in the top of the 7th. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, welcome back. Hayden Smith on the mound for the Chiefs, looking to close it out. So we'll see if he can do that. I'm sure he can. So Hayden coming in to close this game out with a 9-0 lead. First ball's going to be hit and fouled back and out of play. Ball's going to be hit to shortstop Trumheller, but he has a little trouble handling it there, so they'll have a base runner on due to an error. So runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the 7th for the K-Hawks. Swing and a miss, strike one. Next pitch on the way from Smith is going to be fouled and out of play for strike two. Runner at first, nobody out. Oh-2 count. Pitch on his way. It's going to be a bouncing ball to Quincy. Quincy takes a look at second, but goes to first instead for the first out. Pitch is going to be outside. Good job there. Wrangling it up there. Smith's next pitch is going to be popped up. It's going to get out of play, though. Brings the count to 1-1 now. Ball's going to be hit hard to Carter. Carter's going to turn the double play as the second baseman's way off the bag, and that'll do it. Chiefs win this one 9-0 over the Collinsville K-Hawks. I guess. Maybe not. Am I in the wrong inning? Oh, we're just in the bottom of the 6th. My bad. Don't know what I was thinking. So, Chiefs coming back. I don't know how I got off by one whole inning. Been a long week. Anyway, we'll be back. Welcome back, Colton Robbins. Rounds to the second baseman for out number 1. Quincy Pratt will stay in the game and bat. So Quincy digs in, ready for the first pitch. Pitch on his way, stays high, ball 1. I do apologize about last inning. Guess I was a little ahead of myself. Ball in there for a strike. 1-1. Next pitch misses low, 2-1 now to Quincy. Quincy digs in, ready for the next pitch. Pitch on his way. It's going to miss outside. 3-1 now. So 3-1 count here to Quincy in the bottom of the 6th. Quincy fouls that one off. Full count now. Quincy digs back in, ready for the next pitch. Hits a ball to the shortstop. Shortstop stays down on it. Fields it over, throws it over in time for the out at first. So 2 down now for the Chiefs here in the bottom of the 6th. Chiefs scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth. None in the 5th, and none so far in the 6th. Shaw Coley at the plate now for the Chiefs. Strike call. Shaw's going to hit that ball to right field, and that's going to get foul. So 0-2 hole here for Shaw. Shaw digs that one out of the dirt. Shaw's going to be safe at first. He beats it out. Shaw Coley collects a hit. Jack Price coming to the plate now. Pickoff move to first, gets away from the first baseman, but Shaw's going to stay put. Pitch on the way to Jack. Jack's going to single to the left side. That's going to bring up Griff Hill now for the Chiefs. With 2 outs and 2 on. Griff Hill first pitch swinging, fouls it back and out of play. Griffhill hits a hard fly ball. That ball is going to be caught by the second baseman. And that'll do it for the Chiefs in the bottom of the sixth as they leave two stranded. We head to the top of the seventh for real this time. And we'll be back. All right, welcome back. Hayden Smith back on the mound for the Chiefs here in the top of the seventh. Ball's going to be fouled out of play. Next pitch on the way from Hayden misses outside, 1-1 now. Strike call, 1-2. Ball misses low, 2-2. Ball's going to be hit hard back up the middle for a base hit. So they have a runner on here in the top of the seventh. Run on first, nobody out for the K-Hawks here in the top of the seventh. Hayden Smith gets set, pitch on its way. So he did check him. He did go. Next pitch on the way is going to be foul back and out of play. 0-2 now. Strike 3 called. So 1 down now. Foul ball. Strike 1. Hayden pitch fouls it straight back. 0-2. Hayden way ahead right here. Hayden checks the run at first, comes set pitch on his way, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 2 down now for the K-Hawks. Down there, their final out. Snap throw to first, not in time as the runner's able to get back in. One-oh. Snap throw again and back in. 2-0 now. Hayden comes set, checks the run at first, pitch on his way in there for a strike. 2-1. Next pitch from Hayden on the way is going to be fouled. Out of play. Coach McMahon deflects it with his left hand out of the dugout. Just quick hands over there by Coach McMahon. So 2-2 now. Ball's going to be lifted to right field. Jack Price calls everybody off. Makes a catch, and that will be the ball game. Chiefs win 9-0. So good week of baseball by the Chiefs. As they'll get ready to play next Tuesday against Starkville Academy. And we'll see you then. Until then, this is Coach Wynn Scott. See ya next week. Goodbye, everybody.